If you're still working for money, you're already losing the game. Stop scrolling right now, because what you're about to hear is not just motivation, it's a financial wake-up call that can literally change how you see money forever. Because while you're waking up every single day to trade your time for a paycheck, the rich have already figured out a game where money works harder than they ever do. And the truth is brutal, but simple. If you keep working for money, you will always be controlled by money. But the moment you learn how to make money work for you, you step into a completely different league of power, wealth, and freedom. And here's the reality. Most Americans never realize. Every hour you spend working for money has a limit. But every dollar you invest has no ceiling. And that's exactly why the rich don't focus on earning more hours. They focus on owning more assets. Because assets generate income, whether they're sleeping, traveling, or doing absolutely nothing. And that's the difference between a person who stays broke and a person who builds wealth, because broke people chase paychecks. But rich people build systems that generate cash flow. And if you're still thinking that working harder will make you rich, then you're already stuck in the trap that keeps 90% of people average for life. Because hard work alone doesn't create wealth. Smart money decisions do, and every dollar you spend on liabilities is silently stealing your future, while every dollar you invest in assets is building your financial empire piece by piece. And the scary part is most people don't even realize they're losing the game because they've been conditioned to believe that a stable job is security, when in reality, it's just controlled income with limited growth, and inflation is slowly eating away your purchasing power every single year. Which means if your money is sitting in a bank account doing nothing, you're actually getting poorer without even noticing it. And the rich understand this at a completely different level, which is why they move their money into investments that grow, multiply, and compound over time. Because compounding is not just a financial concept, it's the most powerful wealth-building force in existence. And the earlier you understand this, the faster you escape the cycle of trading time for money. And let's be real. No one becomes financially free by working a 9-to-5 for 40 years and hoping retirement will save them. Because by the time most people retire, they don't have enough money or enough time left to actually enjoy life. And that's the trap you need to escape right now. Because the system is designed to keep you busy, not wealthy. And the only way out is to shift your mindset from earning money to multiplying money. Because once you understand that money is a tool, not the goal, everything changes, and suddenly you stop asking, how can I earn more? And start asking, how can I make my money grow without me? And that's where real wealth begins, because rich people think in terms of leverage, and leverage means using money, skills, or systems to create more money without increasing effort. And this is where most people fail, because they rely only on their own effort, instead of building assets that work for them 24/7. And if you really want to change your financial life, you need to stop being the worker and start becoming the owner. Because owners control income, while workers depend on income. And dependence is the biggest financial weakness you can have. Because the moment your income stops, your entire lifestyle collapses. But when you build assets, your income continues even when you don't work. And that's what real security looks like. Not a paycheck, not a job title, but a system that generates money on autopilot. And you don't need to be born rich to understand this. You just need to be aware enough to see the difference between earning and building, because earning money keeps you alive, but building wealth gives you freedom. And freedom is the ultimate goal, because when you control your time, you control your life. And the only way to control your time is to stop depending on active income alone and start creating passive income streams that grow over time. And this could be investments, businesses, digital assets, or anything that generates consistent cash flow. Because at the end of the day, the goal is simple. Make money while you sleep. Because if you don't find a way to earn while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that's not just a quote. That's a reality for millions of people who never learn how money actually works. And the difference between them and the wealthy is not intelligence. It's awareness. Because once you become aware of how money flows, how assets grow, and how systems generate income, you can't unsee it. And suddenly, your entire approach to money changes. And you stop wasting money on things that don't matter, and start investing in things that create long-term value. And this is where discipline comes in. Because building wealth is not about quick wins. It's about consistent, smart decisions over time. And every time you choose to invest instead of spend, you're moving one step closer to financial freedom. And every time you delay gratification, you're strengthening your future. And this is exactly what separates the rich from everyone else. Because they're willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term power. And that's a mindset shift most people never make, because they're too focused on looking rich instead of becoming rich. And there's a huge difference between the two, because looking rich is about spending money, but being rich is about owning assets that generate money. And once you understand this, you stop chasing validation and start chasing value, because value is what creates wealth, and wealth is what creates freedom, and freedom is what allows you to live life on your own terms. And that's the ultimate goal you should be aiming for, not just a bigger paycheck, but a bigger system that works for you. Because at the end of the day, money is not about numbers, it's about control. Control over your time, your choices, and your future. And if you don't take control of your money will control you. And that's a price too expensive to pay. So the question you need to ask yourself right now is simple. Are you going to keep working for money, or are you finally ready to make money work for you? Because that one decision can change everything. Subscribe to Motivate channel for such financial tips and money motivation.